Panchatantra Stories. First section, Mitra Beda, The Separation of Friends. Story 9, The Louse and a Bug. In a magnificent royal palace stood the king's luxurious bed. It was covered with silky sheets, soft pillows, and elegant curtains that draped down like a golden tent. Hidden high in the folds of those curtains lived a tiny louse and her family. The louse had discovered a secret life of comfort. Every night, after the king fell into a deep sleep, she would quietly crawl down, take a tiny sip of his blood, and return safely to her home before dawn. For many months, she lived happily without ever being noticed. One evening, just as the louse was preparing for her nightly meal, an unexpected visitor appeared. It was a wandering bug. The bug bounced across the king's bed in amazement. "What a marvelous place!" he exclaimed. "I've never seen such soft sheets or such luxury." The louse frowned. "You do not belong here," she said sternly. "Leave at once. This place is dangerous and I cannot risk being discovered." But the bug begged, "Please let me stay for just one night. I have heard that a king's blood is sweeter than any other. Let me taste it once, and I will leave forever." The louse hesitated. At last, she agreed. "Very well," she said, "but listen carefully. The king must be completely asleep before you bite him. If you act too soon, disaster will follow." The bug eagerly promised to obey. That night, the king entered his chamber after a long day of royal duties. He lay down and closed his eyes, but the impatient bug could not wait. The moment the king settled into bed, the bug rushed forward and bit him. "Ouch!" The king sat upright in anger. "Something bit me!" he shouted. Immediately, servants rushed into the room carrying lanterns. "Search the bed," ordered the king. "Find the creature responsible." The bug realized his mistake and quickly hid inside a crack in the bed frame. Meanwhile, the louse and her family remained in their usual place, completely unaware of the danger. The servants searched every corner. Then they looked inside the curtains. "There it is!" one servant cried. Within moments, the poor louse and her entire family were discovered and destroyed. The guilty bug remained hidden and escaped without punishment. As the palace grew quiet once again, the lesson became clear. The louse had suffered not because of her own actions, but because she trusted someone careless and irresponsible. Moral of the story: the company we keep shapes our fate. Choose your companions wisely, for their actions can affect your destiny. The end. Heartfelt gratitude to the original author, Pandit Vishnu Sharma. If you have enjoyed the story, please share and subscribe.